Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. Sure is a big difference in the audio when you're paused versus when you aren't. I don't know why that would specifically be a big concern. I guess there's a general idea there, certainly. But honestly, I think you could probably get away with the audio staying the same when you pause it. That probably is a consideration, if I was to guess, for games like these being played in video game stores. There's actually quite a lot of that goes on, where games have to have an attract screen and they have to load even if there's like no hard drive or no way to save. If you just put a game in a console like an Xbox or a PS4, Xbox One, there's still a lot of just, this has to be playable by a random person in a random console that literally has no way to save. Things that would be ridiculous by modern standards to not have. It's realistic that you might not have internet. Somewhat. It's somewhat realistic. There are scenarios if you're deployed in the military and you want to play console games. It makes sense that you might not have internet, or if you're one of the poor people living in the United States that is outside of a major city, you might have no real access to any realistic amount of internet speed. But even in those scenarios, it doesn't really matter, because you're still probably going to need updates. Like, most games by modern stand nowadays don't even run in their original forms to a reasonable level. Okay, we're at 383,000. We sell that. We got to 393,000. And then there was a skin, so we'll pick that up and take that. We have a quest to turn in, so let's turn it in.
These pirate things are so wonderful. Jocko will love them almost as much as he loves telling those hilarious jokes and not being dead of thirst.
So Jocko is the guy over here. So I don't know if
knock knock.
So maybe he'll get pirate themed at some point. We wouldn't be in a bad position, honestly, if we were to just get experience. Like, well, not experience, but if we were to get more skins from stores and spend our money on that. I'm wondering if maybe this door was actually patched in later too, that the DLC didn't have this. But then why wouldn't there be more of these kind of doors in the main game? And maybe there are more of these type of things in the main game, and I just don't know about them. So we're gonna go in a counterclock movement. Apparently the harpoons blow up. We're going in a counterclockwise movement, looking at the map. Had I been a little bit wiser and planned this better, I would have had a vehicle spawned right here, so I could have come back to that point, to this point. This is a point where it's going to stop, though. So we've already been in this section, sort of, but we ran this way. Now we're going the other way. And we're getting some weirdness again. I don't know if it's perhaps the number of times they all tab out, or if it's the just number of hours. I don't recall Hearthstone, not Hearthstone, no, that's the other game I play every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't recall Borderlands 2 in the main story being so persnickety about running for long times. Well, it seems like this area doesn't work for me. Okay. So we just saved, theoretically. That was a save. If I was to go and save and quit out of the game, and then hit continue, we can look at the texture on my skin. Just look at how long that is taking to fix itself. See, there clearly is, like, it wasn't even until I started spinning the camera, it didn't even try to fix the texture there. Yeah. So let's just go back and hit continue and see where this puts us. It puts us back at the beginning of the area. And let's just do a quick crouch and see, and jump and see if that's good enough to solve things. It could literally just be an issue of RAM. Like, the game theoretically is saving every single chest and every single thing that is opened until I exit out. Like every barrel that's been exploded, every item. So we need to find, for instance, just a random chest and see if that's been reset. Yeah, yes. There's something. Suppose we could have gone back and looked at the vending machine.
When
Let's
you
see.
think murder, think Marcus munitions.
Do I need any bullets? I can buy a bunch of these.
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough. You're an organ donor.
Okay, well, it might literally just be a RAM thing, which seems odd. It seems like there should have been some kind of system in place, and I'm fairly certain the main game does have some kind of system in place that deals with things like that, where, let's see, apparently I can just run over these worms. They didn't rebalance in any way, so yep, there's that. Let's hop out. We're trying to blow up the remnants of Graham Graham's pirate life, in which she was a child trafficker and cannibal. I kind of like this uninterested, like, granddaughter character as an idea. Like, she doesn't seem to have been lying about it. It still definitely feels like a different type of character from what we've been dealing with over and over again. Let's see, I can get way up here. No real reason to. And I can come over here and run in the desert. And unless there's a cult, like, unless there's a cult of the vault symbol. And see, that time it got triggered quite early. Man, it's a long jog just to get from one side to the other. See, usually you can get to the front, to the front and see if there's actually something there. Here it is. So 2 more to find. We'll probably only find a couple. 1 more. We place this small amount of TNT. That's actually a really small amount. And then apparently there's a plunger or an activator of some sort over here. Good, nice amounts of iridium. And I guess these guys are classified as pirates, so there's a difference probably in the counters. It's just...
Great! Now nobody can find out I was ever related to that child schmafficking bitch. Get back to the bounty board when we're done here. I mean, I don't really care, but whatever.
Yep, I'm still kind of liking that character. But how do you take a character like that and bring them to the next game and do anything with them? They literally don't care. She might have been a better, like, she might have been a decent character to play as, because the main player character is like a Zero here. He really has no real understandable motivation anyways. But that probably wouldn't work either. What you would have to do is have a character like that, the granddaughter. I don't know her real name. You would have to have her go through some kind of growth. Like, or you play the joke there. You make it seem like she starts caring about something, like a puppy or something, and then the puppy gets shot by some psycho like Handsome Jack, and then because of that you would think she'd be horribly upset, and actually she'd just come back and say, no, I don't care. Let's see, what is the button to switch seats? A. There it was. Okay. Now map wise, we have a quest over there. We have a quest over there. And we have a quest over here that we messed up. Okay. Well, we'll come back to that later. We'll just set this quest here. We're just going to kind of look around. Like, these could be pretty small sections and just empty areas in general. There doesn't really have to be anything in a lot of this. Now, was this the area we had already investigated? I think it was. Like, I'm rather fairly certain that what... Let's go and throw a grenade. Yeah, this way goes to the pirates. That we can just... The cursed pirates. And like the only thing that's even slightly gonna give me any damage is my own guns. This was, I think, the same chest that dropped a bunch of money out of it before. I wonder if there's something about that where I've left guns on the ground and I'm finally getting rewarded for that. Alright. I don't want to open too many of these because this is really more of a waste of time than anything else. Alright, so we need to work our way this direction. And we'll just have the worms pop up, and when they pop up I'll run them over. Alright, what's this over here?
You're going now? We were just beginning to connect.
So this is a fast travel spot. Okay. Then we've got over here nothing. Looked like it might be something. Honestly, it's weird that they made Borderlands the pre-sequel instead of making a game that was literally, I'm gonna have to walk here, a sequel to Borderlands 1. Because had they said it like where 4 soldiers found an iridium alien device and it sent them back in time, where they are like the only few humans, or maybe there's a, maybe you'd need some quest givers, so you'd have to either figure out how to communicate with a bunch of iridium characters, or you could send back like all Sanctuary. That was that booby trapped? I think that was booby trapped. Interesting. Like, yeah, but if you had just a different time frame on Pandora, you could bring back alive some of these giant creatures. You could put water on the planet where there's dust all over everywhere else. I'm not sure that water, generally speaking, water does not improve video games. Just kind of that simple. Like, water levels usually are the worst levels.
You have found the ring? Oh, happy days! Please, I feel too shy to propose myself. Could you do me the favor of asking Natalie to marry me?
Yeah, this is not gonna work. Like, he was behind that wall. Another little glitch. Yeah, I don't think just exiting to the menu was good enough. I probably should have. Yeah, he was standing back behind here. The bullet went through the wall and shot him. That doesn't seem right. Get a couple pieces of gold. Is it really worth my effort to try and kill every single person on the map? Probably not. Alright, let's look. This quest continues over there. This quest is the stalker. And this quest is over there. So it seems like we're gonna probably just run through this area and find a few more things on the map. And then we're gonna be kind of done. So there's a stinger. Aubrey's pet stalker. Somewhere here. You can see some of these stalker sacks.
My grandma used to feed orphans to it. So if your parents are dead, like, be careful or whatever. You might be able to smell your orphan musk.
Orphan musk. So what? Tinkles is there. He's dead.
Killed Captain Blake's stupid stalker. Yay! Go back to the bounty board and I'll pay you.
Suppose if I just wanted to grind, there is opportunity to run around levels like this and just kill the same few creatures over and over again. Or the same style of creatures. Thought I saw a Cult of the Vault symbol. I must have been dreaming it. I could have sworn I saw a Cult of the Vault symbol on this rock, but no, it's not there. So unless I saw it on some other rock and missed it, I guess we'll move on. Is there something hidden back around this way? See, and is this tower here? Was this a defense tower at some point, or was this a road tower? I guess it was part of the road. Worms. That's a new sign. Yeah, I'm gonna have a slight problem even getting to level 5 on killing the worms because I'm just not having to run back and forth and sell guns and fight enemies when you can shoot something in one shot that, and where all the enemies had been designed to be shot in considerably more shots, the game speeds up quite a bit. But this is kind of what I've said I've wanted too. So being massively overpowered is ideally what I do want in RPGs eventually. I want to be able to just run through a game and one-shot everything. It would be nice if the game could figure out that you are overpowered and throw more people at you. Even if it is just a matter of like infinite spawns or near infinite spawns. Like, you'll see there's probably going to be about 5 guys that spawn in this area. They're level 20, I'm about double that. So I wouldn't be upset if instead of 5 guys spawning, 20 guys spawned, 4 times as much. It still really wouldn't change the fact that you're only getting 1 experience point and you're not being in any way realistically efficient. Let's see. Was he did he just say I like my victims like I like my coffee in the butt? I think that's what he said. We got a purple person shooting some kind of gun. But honestly, instead of summoning more enemies and having to balance the game towards that, it would have just been easier to balance towards the idea of hey, these guys need to be level 39 too. This game already has a max level system. The max level system is designed to stop you from just constantly being able to go up higher and higher. But I would say Borderlands kind of also desperately needs a prestige system introduced into it. And we'd like to see that in Borderlands 3, I imagine. But there's definitely new concepts and ideas that may not actually get added to Borderlands 3 that shouldn't, or may not get added that should. Like Darksiders 3, for instance, recently came out and was rather heavily influenced by Dark Souls in a very awkward way from what I'm hearing. And I wouldn't want to see that happen to Borderlands as a series, because Borderlands is its own thing. You know what it is. We just want more of it. Slight improvements, slight graphical tweaks, more story, more level. But I still want it to be a run and gun loot-based RPG. I don't want to. I wouldn't want it to turn into PUBG or Fortnite or Dark Souls. In fact, the fact that it doesn't respawn enemies as often as it feels like it should in this DLC does give it a slightly Dark Souls-ish feel. And I guess for reference, if I'm calling something Dark Souls-ish, that's not really a compliment because I could not make it to the end of Dark Souls 1 and didn't find the gameplay particularly interesting. Just an invisible wall there. Okay, well, just jump down this way. And we'll see what this is. Because I imagine this is a fast travel section that we can't even go to yet. Yeah, it seems like there's at least a couple of areas that we can't go to, so we're either going to loop around or an exit via some of these areas, or there's something else going on. Also, I think at this point we've looked at all of the map and I haven't seen any Cult of the Vault thing. Let's see. This and this. Yeah, there's two areas clearly that have been undiscovered. But I'm not expecting it to take too long. Not unless this game decides to really up its level of difficulty. I can get back here and almost get stuck back here, but there's nothing there to see. And I'm just thinking about places where there might be a Cult of the Vault quest. Let's say if we were doing the Hammerlock quest, I would have thought this Dust Devil would have been an indicator of a witch doctor. And having done that DLC out of water, I wouldn't be upset if witch doctors did appear every now and then. Like even a single witch doctor would be quite an extra surprise. The fact that it's taking 2 bullets is slightly surprising. Why? These guys feel like they're getting a little bit more difficult, but I'm still just getting 1 XP on them. Although that iridium drop was quite nice. It doesn't seem like I'm gonna get up on this boat. And it's like slightly questionable. How could you build a boat that is that big? How do you get that through space? These guys have new lines of dialogue, I'm realizing. Alright. I'm fairly certain I've been in this area already. There we go. There's a generator sound, kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, but we've been here. See, yeah, I don't know why you'd have a generator sound. Like when all the other things, all the other pieces of equipment in the game don't make generator sounds, or if they have been making generator sounds, most things have been off so that they weren't making any sound. Like, because that implies to me that there's something somewhere going on, but I don't know what it would be. Let's see. Looks like I might have been able to go up the wall there, but I guess not. Yeah, we quickly breezed through this entire area. Unless there is some trick that I'm not realizing. Like, make a mad dash up this anchor. Yeah, I don't think I can get on top of the anchor. If I could get on top of the anchor, I bet I'd fall through the rope, though. Even if I tried. But there was this section that's blocked off, so storyline wise we will get away onto that ship eventually. Okay. Let's run back here and finish these quests. We have to propose to the lady who's dead and almost certainly end up marrying her.
You must be a library book because I have kept you for too long and now am responsible for late fees.
Wait a minute, was that not the one he was proposing to, or was it this one?
Shane, you're the best. If you can't do it, no one can. Do it.
Interesting. Well, we've got a couple of quests here we can turn in. Let's turn them in one at a time.
I goddamn hate my great-grandma. Here. Money. Woo.
See, you almost would need a counterbalance to a character like her. Like a happy-go-lucky, always up for an adventure boyfriend that would bring her out of a funk. Hey, we turn it into him.
Thank you so much for helping me out.
Okay. That's not it either. It's propose to Natalie. That's not Natalie. Jeez, I guess we haven't even met Natalie. How do we get to Natalie? And it'll save me money to pick up bullets. Can I get on top of these? Doesn't seem like I can quite make it. Maybe I'm gonna shout through the rooftops. So apparently we
slip the ring onto her finger and see what she says.
So I guess the idea here was that I'm gonna go ahead and drop a gun. We can find something inexpensive to drop there. Just to pick up something else. Ooh, So she may not actually be dead. She may just be drugged or dying or something. And we didn't talk to her at the beginning. Give it a ring.
Shade, marriage. This is moving so fast. And you know, I don't believe in marriage. I'm sorry, Shade, but the answer is no. She said no? Oh, woe is me. I gave you my heart, Natalie. Return to me, friend. At least you have not betrayed me yet.
And see, I could see some ways you could go here where he just blew her up and she was still alive. But clearly that's his own recording. So, Shade is a lunatic. Uncertain as far as what level of lunatic he is. See, the funny thing would be if you got like this far away and then you just heard a boom and then it came back. But maybe they're gonna have us turn in the quest and we'll hear a boom. Alright. I don't think any of these guns at their level need any consideration. I'm at level 39, so even this level 30 gun that I managed to pick up is still not anywhere close. And yes, it's still easier to come in here and deal with all of this than it is to go through the store interface. There's a lot of quality of life improvements that need to happen.
Never doing that again. Tear the bad guys a new one.
Alright, let's turn this in. There we go. And we have one more quest to turn in, which is to give the whiskey to the dead body over here. I think we've long since done all the achievements or all the challenges for opening chests and looting things. If there's any challenge, it would be opening chests of the really rare loot ones. So let's walk the plank here. Yeah, you just fall through it. Interesting. Where is he? Here he is.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life, Shade.
But you can climb up on this part. So apparently I've picked the wrong thing. Yeah, apparently there's another character that I've once again missed. And I'm seeing a lot of lines that are making me think I'm seeing the Cult of the Vault symbol, but I'm not. I wouldn't be upset if they slightly softened the thick black outlining of characters in the Borderlands series, but honestly they've committed to an art style and they should probably not change it too much. So yes, there was another character here. I wonder how many other people I just totally missed.
I am a tough man who says tough things in a growly voice. I can...
Corrupted.
You have a problem, Frank. You are so drunk you are speaking the gibberish. Please return to me, friend. I fear Frank is beyond help.
So, it would be a slight disappointment, honestly, if it turns out that there are more people I didn't talk to and that I could miss them. Like, a lot of this these DLC things potentially have a decent amount of stuff that I'm missing. It feels like you're getting a little too close to having to follow a walkthrough to play the entirety of the game and see all the content.
I should do a, what is the word? Intervention.
Yep. More XP. And we did just doing the quests. Like, we still are getting decent amounts of XP. Alright, so now we go to warm water. Which our hovercraft vehicle is available to us, so we can fast travel to that, and that gets us halfway across the map. So teleport to vehicle, and then let's see if we can find some more worms to kill. Well, that was that. And we'll see if we keep the vehicle in the next area. Sometimes they let you do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't in that case, because it did seem like there were some pegs that would stop me. Alright. So map-wise, it doesn't seem to be too big. I want to see what harpooning the pirate would feel like. Yeah. It's not worth it. Yeah, if I was having slightly more problems, I would take this as probably a decent opportunity to save and exit and reset the app completely. But it seems like it's running better by a lot now. Although it doesn't feel like it's 100% of the way there, oddly. So, in this area, if I find any Cult of the Vault stuff, that's just gonna be a whole secondary collection. Hey, but we're now fighting level 30 rapscallions. So the game seemed to decide to make a happy middle. We're no longer fighting level 21 characters. Still really only getting 1 XP per kill. And it sounds like the music has changed slightly. It's taking like 4 hits to kill all these guys. Nice. Nice little improvement on the difficulty. Bringing us back into the game. Not dooming us to have to do this entire DLC in a overpowered state. Alright, so let's come over here and look at this boat. There were fish in the first game, and an entire fishery, and that section did feel a little out of place. But it definitely feels out of place now that that is just gone, too. Like, there still should be some water somewhere. And so we haven't seen these boats used since basically the beginning of the main story. So this is the warm flats, and there's a message in the bottle somewhere around here. I hope it's not up there. I think it might be up there. It's not in the tree, though. What does the map look like now? Yeah, that exposed a decent amount of the map just to start off with. So I have to run back in circles. That's not a Cult of the Vault symbol. See, that's where the Cult of the Vault stuff starts to stop making sense, is that people are spray painting it on other signs and things, and those don't count. Only if it's been carved into something does it count. See, right now I don't want to walk the plank again. I feel like there is a challenge somewhere to walk a plank, but I'm not sure where it is. And if this is supposed to be a sign of a hidden Cult of the Vault symbol, like, I don't know where that sign is pointing me. Yeah, giant fish creatures, but there were also smaller fish creatures. And so it's up there. How do I get up there? This seems a little high. Yeah, I don't think any kind of gun is gonna stop that or knock it down or anything like that. See, I don't even think I have a sniper rifle enabled. Speaking of guns, let's switch over to this gun. Well, apparently you just have to jump a lot and get it exactly right. And that seemed awkward. We have a new treasure. Message in the bottle. And we got like no audio for that at all. That's strange. See, I would have preferred them to have been bigger bottles, honestly, and then that way there's a good excuse to. Let's go this way and see how that works. If they were bigger bottles and they had echologs in them, I would have been happier. Let's see. Does this run any faster at all? I doubt it. even though this area is 10 levels higher than the previous area, I'm at level 39. They literally would have to give me another area that is
You are now
10 levels higher to just get me somewhat balanced.
warning. You will be terminated.
See, that's why balancing an area to just like what the average difference is doesn't make sense. Because I could be playing in an area that somehow has me at level 1, but I'm at level 60, and then as soon as I enter the next area, I would be playing against something that's level 30, if you're just going to take the average difference against my level 60. And then I'd have to go to another area to get to 45, and then it would just always half and half and half. 45 versus 60 is still way too low. After 45, it would probably be somewhere around 52 versus 60, which is still too low. And then maybe after the 5th or 6th area of balancing like that, you would have a reasonable amount of difficulty of level 59, level 58 enemies. Yeah, we're just gonna look over here, and then like this doesn't seem like this is the right way, but whatever. An oddly lit up area. Piece of rock. If I another just invisible walls. Just invisible walls. You know, they didn't think it all the way through, honestly. If they had just said that when you installed the HUD user interface as a in-canon reason why you can see your own health and bullets and shield and things like that. If just installing that they said you also are agreeing to not go in certain areas or to be executed if you go in certain areas outside of the control of these Renew You stations, and that then you would just walk in certain areas, your HUD would blink at you and tell you can't go this way, and you would be fine. They didn't need a secondary explanation of invisible walls on top of laser cannon turrets. Let's see. So it seems like that area really is just a place where you can get a vehicle. Let's look at the map. Yo. Seems like there's a vending machine this way. I don't think I have too many bullets or too many guns. Well, I can use this gun to potentially collect bullets for the other gun in case I was a little low. Kind of feels like we've been halfway through a level and not found the Cult of the Vault symbol. That might mean there actually isn't any. Which that works for me. It's just kind of odd. That feels like that was something that was being demanded. All levels had to have a Cult of the Vault challenge. But I bet some of them already haven't had any Cult of the Vault symbols, and I've just missed them. And certainly I've become a little bit obsessed on that one specific challenge, because I've been talking about it quite a lot. Like, I would say a lot of that really just boils down to, it's the one thing that even at my really higher over level point I can make some gameplay out of. Let's see. So I'm guessing these are hovering boats that are hanging by chains. Yeah, we've seen that before, but not too often. It doesn't feel overplayed yet. Getting stuck in the ground feels overplayed. We're still getting guns and things. Where is that vending machine? It must be down lower. Well, I missed a section, apparently. We're making progress on killing pirates. Yeah, okay, we're killing pirates, and that seems to be pretty much it. Alright, there's a point here where we can sell some guns. And I think this will probably be as good of a point as any to end this recording, too. Another skin, we'll buy that. And then come over here. Starting to get some slightly better weapons, which means more money, certainly. But not anything that really would need to be considered. So 418,000, and I guess we are buying bullets. But look at the price of bullets. Rocket launcher bullets are really expensive, but everything else is actually rather cheap in this area. So I guess maybe the price of bullets were more expensive in the Hammerlock DLC too? We need to kind of go over here and look. I think we have one quest over here, one quest over here. We're just exposing the entire area to mostly just grind, and it's probably not worth the effort, honestly. Experience wise, we're really not getting anything. Money wise, we're really not making a lot of progress. So I'm just trying for challenges more than anything else, and that's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching.